I remember the morning of 9/11 pretty vividly. You know, a lot of people wanted to do something and support and help, and one of the things that I thought that I could do best, or what I did best, was through music. So I came up with this idea of putting out a CD called Operation Rock the Troops. And my goal was to hand out 100,000 copies to our troops personally, just to say thank you for what they were doing for us.
This is when the JC All-Stars were born.
No other band or project was really doing what we were doing.
We needed to create that X factor and bring it.
For me, this tour means more than anything that I've ever physically, humanly possible have done. This is like the greatest accomplishment of my life. This isn't just my side job, this is who I am.
If you say I'm a team, I look at you guys as family.
You know, just the heartache, the breakups, it was pretty mind-boggling.
9 days before we left, my dad, my musical mentor, passed away.
Now we don't even know if we're gonna have a bass player for our tour. And this isn't what I thought would happen.
I packed a mini skirt and a cocktail dress and really big heels to walk around in mud.
No matter how hard touring is, from the wear and tear on our bodies, the limited sleep, the hectic travel schedules, to missing our own families and loved ones, none of it compared to what these troops are sacrificing.
The secret of success is to give before you receive. And after 6 world tours, one thing is clear. We're not gonna stop until our mission is complete. This is the only way we know how to give back. This song is for you.
A new way to think, a new way to see, a new way to understand the world in front of me, a new way to dream, a new way to trust, a new way of understanding you can come. New way to
The amazing part is after the shows is the interaction with our soldiers and our troops. Like even for that special little moment, it gives them a taste of home.
I mean, I was born to entertain. I was born to put on a show, and I was glad that I was doing this for someone that deserved it. But could I keep this going? So after 10 years of working on Operation Rock the Troops all over the world with all of the tours, and having our journey released worldwide as a movie, the next step was obvious, but it was going to be anything but easy to pull off. And that step was to create Operation Rock the Troops as a 501c3 nonprofit and really put our mission to action and continue this journey. Like I never thought I would be able to, now is a chance to do it. Our mission at Operation Rock the Troops is to give back through live entertainment, a music education platform both online and personal as we go on tour, and a music annual scholarship for our US troops. So with that, on April 29th at Gas Monkey in Dallas, we're gonna have our first fundraising charity concert event. I'm gonna invite 7 bands to join us on stage. The JC All-Stars are gonna perform our Runway Rock show. The hardest part about doing an event this size is basically the size. I mean, we're gonna have 7 bands, over 35 musicians. We're gonna have over 25 models, 15 volunteers, and trying to connect all of those people together with one goal and getting the marketing and the promotion in line, it's kind of be a challenge, but we've done this before. So I guess really the first step is just start calling everybody, getting everybody to know what the plan is, and basically the JC All-Stars hitting that rehearsal room, because we haven't done a show this big in a long time, but it's gonna be exciting to try to pull this one off.
Got one thing left to say to me. Not sure you keep good company. Let me explain the way it started when 2 comets come into contact and parted. Stuck in your mind from the last time it was started. A grayscale or a fine line to you regarded. Now it's time to buy the vibe started to amplify, not simplify. They said we'd never get it. They said we'd never win. They said we'd never get it. Never doubt me.
So we're here at the rehearsal right now. We're getting ready for the April 29th Runway Rock Show. It's the Operation Rock the Troops charity launch event. It's pretty exciting. We got some tricks up our sleeves, some special guests, and we're going to be honoring a very special military veteran. He's a Special Forces Green Beret. Man, this guy's story is amazing, and the charity that he just started, you're going to love what he's doing. But I got all the girls over here right now. We're about to go through our dress rehearsal. Let's walk through and see.
They said we'd never get it. Never doubt me. They said we'd never get it. They said we'd never win. They said we'd never get it. Never doubt me. It's all a lie. You feel this fight. That's just more fuel for you. Don't lose.
Alyssa is going to be one of our hosts. This is Gina. This is Scott. How are you? So she's going to be holding the microphone the whole night doing interviews.
I've known about Operation Rock the Troops for a while, but this was the first chance that I had to work with Matthew JC and the team. Having been a part of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, I know what it's like to have to practice in order to perform for a large live audience and group of fans. And this runway show is going to be no different.
They said we'd never get it. They said we'd never win. They said we'd never get it.
It was so much fun getting to watch how the designers and stylists worked with JC and Gina to get the girls prepared for the show. This runway show is anything but typical, as the girls are not only walking on a runway, but also a stage with a lot of moving parts.
What makes this upcoming show different? I guess after all of the years, this time we weren't performing for ourselves or even to promote our new original album that's coming out, but we were performing to raise money for something that we believe in. I met Andrew Marr through a friend earlier this year when our movie was released, and when I heard his story, I couldn't believe it, and I knew this is someone that I think that we could help as Operation Rock the Troops.
The first really big explosion that I was in 2013, we were doing an operation and we were clearing a compound looking for a mid-level bad guy, I'll leave it at that. And he wasn't there. We were clearing the house, and then we found the house to be wired with explosives. It was also booby-trapped, so I deemed it that we weren't going to try to mess with it at all. So I just set up explosives to blow it in place. About that time, a complex ambush started, and so we were taking heavy fire, AK, RPGs, stuff like that. And it was coming from two different sides. Just imploded that house, which was awesome normally, but being about 50 feet away from it just totally rocked us and it knocked me out. And I came to, and I was just covered in a plume of just complete black dust and smoke and debris. The body never had time to heal itself, and then it had the trouble and the meltdowns I was having later. I quit sleeping, drinking heavily, I just irritable. I just went to a dark place for a while. Things were changing. All of a sudden, I'm sad. I don't know why I'm sad, or I'm depressed. I shouldn't be depressed. I have a wife. I have 4 kids and another one on the way. I love my job. I love what I do. I have no reason to be sad. I don't know why this is happening. And then you think, oh my gosh, there's something wrong with my head. What's wrong with my head? I can't get any solid answers. The medical system is saying that I shouldn't be having these kind of reactions this long after deployment, so it can't be TBI related. It's something psychological. I don't believe that. Constantly doing that, that's all you think about, then that just totally drains and exhausts you of everything. And that's what was going on. I was just constantly battling in my head. I'm tired of all this medication I'm on, and I think that probably has something to do with it. Because I'm a walking pharmacy, and I didn't want to stay that way. That Tuesday, after the first round of treatments, I fell right asleep when I wanted to go to sleep within 5 minutes, and I slept the whole night through with the exception of getting up to go to the bathroom, and slept 8 hours for the first time in maybe 10 months. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. It was unbelievable. If you would have told me that before I came here, that was even possible, I wouldn't have believed you. Because I've been trying. I've done everything that I know to do, everything every psychologist or psychiatrist or licensed practitioner has told me, and my own research. It hasn't worked. Ambien, followed by whiskey, whatever, and none of that has helped. With my neurologist Jerome, who's been fantastic, by the way, and the one-on-one care you get here for the whole time is unbelievable, because you get to form a relationship with your doctor, and he really gets to know you and know your tendencies. You're doing something out of the ordinary, out of the norm, he'll notice it and you'll be able to correct it. So we've just seen dramatic changes with that, with my balance. I took a memory test before the first day I got here, and I scored a 56 on it. I took it today and I scored a 98. I couldn't even believe it, and I was just rocking and rolling when I was taking the test, and I was like, yes, I remember it, yes, got it. And to see that come back, all of a sudden, I thought it was gone, and so it's amazing. It baffles me that there's only 2 places like this, and the Department of Defense has no hand in it. I'm going to be the biggest advocate that I can at Carrick Brain Center, because I feel like I'm underscoring it. My life has changed, and Carrick Brain Center has worked absolute wonders and changed my life in a matter of 2 weeks.
I'm Dr. Randall. I'm one of the co-founders of Carrick Brain Centers. And Carrick Brain Centers is a head injury and post-traumatic stress treatment facility. We're on the bleeding edge of therapy. So we also write research, and we're also doing things so that we can push the needle forward as it relates to treating veterans that have suffered a traumatic brain injury or developed post-traumatic stress through their line of service. At Carrick Brain Centers, the reason that we started this neurologic treatment paradigm was because we understood that people with concussions and head injuries were not getting better. And there's a pretty significant population that get treatment of different varieties and of no value. And so they still continue to suffer from migraines, or they still can suffer from emotional disconnection or sleep disturbances and other physiologic issues. So we looked at the way that the current paradigm is treating these specific diagnoses, being traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress, and we looked at the symptoms, and we looked at the brain in totality, or as a whole, and said, well, how can we treat the brain as a whole rather than referring out and the inefficiencies of the medical system? We want to be able to consume all those services under one roof.
So tell me a little bit, how did you meet Andrew, and how's he doing now, I guess?
Andrew Marr is a special forces guy that did some amazing things.
Yeah.
You know, he's a very, very physical person.
Right.
He's very cerebral, very smart, very calculated. But after multiple deployments, you know, traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress started to add up. And I'll never forget the day that I met Andrew. He's kind of intimidating looking, big guy.
Yeah.
He's all tatted up, and he didn't smile very much. And he would avoid eye contact because when he came in, he didn't know what was going to happen to him. And so he's coming to the unknown.
Right.
And so there's a vulnerability with that. And I really respect Andrew because he was able to show his vulnerability and say, guys, I want to get better.
Right.
So whatever I have to do to get better, I'm willing to do that.
Right.
And he listened to everything we said, and he implemented that into his life. And I can tell you today, he is doing much better. He is able to sleep much better. He is off all of his prescription medications. He's no longer drinking.
Right.
He's more engaged with his family, more engaged with his wife, and more engaged with his children. He's
Right.
more engaged with the peer groups that he interacts with.
Right.
I interact with Andrew on a frequent basis, and had he been as dysfunctional as he was before he came in, I don't know if we could really have a relationship because he was just so frayed. Now today, we're able to work with Andrew on many different platforms, and he's making a dent in changing the paradigm and stigma that's attached to traumatic brain injury and post-traumatic stress.
I mean, when I met him and I heard his story, and then, you know, I saw his video that you guys did together, I was like, wow, how do I help this guy? And when we met, I could honestly say, and I mean, I haven't talked to him about this, but like him and I just instantly became friends. So, as you know, with Operation Rock the Troops, our mission is to give back through music education, and I've always had this thought that, I mean, it's kind of logical, but at the same time, I've never talked to someone like you that can actually help me understand this. But music to me is a therapy on any kind of natural level. How could music and education of that actually help the veterans as they're going through the process, and can it?
Absolutely. I would say to you with a resounding yes, that music is very therapeutic, but it depends upon the nature of the injury. And so we can even specifically use music as a therapy individualized to the person that has received a traumatic brain injury. So just for example, let's say that we had somebody that had a traumatic brain injury that was localized to the right side of their brain.
Right.
Well, we could use music then that was at about 120 beats a minute or faster, and that's what we found through functional MRI. That right side of the brain is going to have to process that. Well, that's good stimulation for a damaged brain because then they can build new connections, new neuronal networks, new things that will communicate in the brain and will facilitate healing on a level that's facilitated by music. So at Carrick Brain Centers, we also developed a nonprofit organization called Care to Share. And the reason that we started or made that charitable organization is because it is a vehicle that we can use to bring to the public, to give charitable donations, to contribute for veterans so that they can receive health care at no cost of their own and get the answers that they need and the therapeutic interventions that they need in a timely format and in a way that can change their lives. And Care to Share is having an event in September by which you guys are headlining.
I'm excited about that.
and so are we. And that event in September, the sole focus of that is to raise money for veterans so that they can receive treatment for traumatic brain injury and for post-traumatic stress.
After meeting Andrew and hearing his story and realizing how long he was away from his family, and he's a father of 5, it was time to do something cool for him, even if it was simple. So I have some friends that are connected with some of the national bands that tour all over, and I had an opportunity to connect Andrew and his wife Becky with the band 3 Days Grace at the Bomb Factory in Deep Ellum. So it was really cool of the venue to give us this opportunity in the band to take the time to actually, do a meet and greet with them. And I even got to bring a couple extra troops with us that night. It was pretty cool.
I'm Matthew JC. We're outside of the Bomb Factory right now. 3 Days Grace, POD are about to play, and the Bomb Factory and the bands are allowing us to bring some of the troops inside to show a little bit of love, because Operation Rock the Troops wants to bring the troops straight to the music.
They have 5 kids together. So what we're gonna do in our charity is we're gonna help raise money for his charity that donates back to the veterans that are coming back with PTSDs to try to help them actually reconnect. We believe through music as a therapy can actually help reconnect the synapses, the neurons, and help everybody find a level that we're gonna be giving music lessons now to him and their 14-year-old daughter to combine everything together. So nobody uses CDs anymore, bro. They don't. So right here is the new album from JC All Stars. It's Dog Tag. That's all of our music. It's got 7 music videos, all of the movie trailer, posters, everything, and it's got an extra 2 gigs thumb drive space to do whatever you want with. But I want to get 2. Very cool, man. Appreciate it.
Showing up the day of the show to Gas Monkey, I remember it kind of took me back as I was like kind of driving down 35 to Northwest Highway, because over 7 years ago this was the same stage. I mean, it was called Firewater at the time, but it was the same stage that our Runway Rock show really launched, and where everything, like where the band really were doing our live rehearsals before we'd go overseas. But I don't think I could have pulled off this show like I did in the past without some amazing help from friends that really came together,
I'm Joel Taylor. I've worked with Matt for about 6 years now. We'll go up the stage out here tonight. We're going to see how the show's going to go tonight.
New way to think, new way to see, new way to understand the world in front of me, new way to dream, new way to trust, new way of understanding. You can count on us. Wish that I could be at home with you, but there's somewhere
But light.
I need to be, something that I have to do overseas. Across the land, time for change, a helping hand. Find a way to help you understand. New way to think, new way to see, new way to understand.
This is chaos, or actually, as I call it, beautiful chaos. I love Operation Rock the Troops.
New way of understanding. You can count on us. New way to think, new way to see, new way to understand the world in front of me, new way to dream.
I can't do this without Gina. Yay! I want to personally thank our sponsor, Bud Light. One, two, three. Now, for our other sponsor, Stoli Vodka. These guys know how to take care of us. We're very appreciative of my friend Rebecca who took care of us tonight. So I toast to her, to all our sponsors, and of course to our troops and to you guys. All right, this is Matthew JC. We're backstage right now at Gas Monkey. The Operation Rock the Troops concert's going on. But tonight we have a special guest. This man right here, Wes. Now, why is Wes special? Anthony over here and me met Wes where? Where did we meet?
It was a little town in Germany in a hole-in-the-wall place. Y'all were doing a show for the troops. And I was there for recovery with the military and going back to Afghanistan. And y'all were playing, and I just was there. And y'all just so happened to be there, and y'all said y'all were from around Dallas, and that's where I'm from. So I met y'all, and then when I came back from overseas, I just ran it and started running into you all the time now. So it's awesome.
We're buddies now.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazy about Operation Rock the Troops. It proves that no matter where we go around the world, these troops remember us and we remember them. And it's great because we can connect again and actually really show that what we're doing is actually working. I mean, hey, did you see our movie?
Yeah, oh yeah.
What did you think of the movie?
It's great. You know, it's the point that y'all are trying to put across is so much better than a lot of the people that are trying to do what y'all are doing. And y'all do it with music, and doing it through music, it really relates with soldiers and stuff, because really, you know, that's all we ever have overseas is to listen to music. You know, we don't have TV like, you know, we do back home, and it's, what y'all do is great. And I'll never forget that night, meeting y'all and that concert, and from here on out, everything that we do together is amazing, you know?
We partied that night, too.
Yes, we did.
We had a good time.
It was a good time. Germany was awesome. I've seen the movie more than once already, and every time I watch it, you get more and more of a better feeling, you know, about what y'all do for the troops and everything. And that ultimately, that support, being able to come home and have that support and stuff it's unbelievable.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wanted to learn how to play an instrument?
I've tried. I'm really good at rock band, but
If you had to choose an instrument that you would want to learn, what do you want to learn?
Clarinet, maybe? No, I'm joking. No, it's like 20. No,
I'm very familiar with woodwind.
I probably, yeah. Okay. You know, a guitar, you know, I used to have a guitar, but I just never had time to get to it, you know.
How about this? Can I give you guitar lessons?
Yeah, I would love guitar lessons.
Done.
Deal. It's awesome. I gotta go buy a guitar
That's
now.
Operation Rock the Troops right there. And in fact, you don't have to buy a guitar. You can use mine and see you love it, and then you can go buy one. That way you don't have to worry about it right now.
Awesome.
So anytime you're in town, it's you and me, some music lessons.
Always, dude.
Appreciate it.
Cool.
So one of the cool things that the military do is that they have this little tradition, and it's kind of called the challenge coin. And this challenge coin is given out to members that do good service, good deeds. What else would you say?
Excellent service, and that's pretty much it, really. That's the only way you get coins from officers and stuff. So.
Well, what we wanted to do with the JC All-Stars and Operation Rock the Troops is come up with our own way of keeping that tradition alive. So what we did with our goal of handing out 100,000 CDs to our U.S. troops is we made them into dog tags. Now this dog tag right here is a thumb drive. And that thumb drive holds 10 original songs, 7 music videos, our movie posters, the trailers, all of the screensavers you could possibly imagine, all of our sponsors that want to say thank you to the troops. So my friend,
thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you for everything that you do, my friend.
Thank you, man.
Absolutely,
Thank you for the
man.
support. It's awesome.
That's awesome. 100,000, that's how many we're gonna hit. We're at 20,000, we're gonna keep going and we need your help.
Let's do it.
So Andrew, tell us how you are connected to Matthew JC and Operation Rock the Troops.
Yeah, well, I met Matt JC earlier this year, found out about the documentary they did with Operation Rock the Troops, and was really moved by it, and reached out and found out what they were doing. He found out, I told him what we were doing with our foundation, and we wanted to find a way to come together to do the same thing, which was what we were already doing, and that's helping other people.
So how do you feel about Operation Rock the Troops' mission to give back through music education?
Well, music's therapy. Matt was trying to sell me on it. I'm like, Matt, I don't need to be sold on music's therapy. I believe in it, and I know that the power of that can be used to do amazing things. And so when I found out his platform and our platform and how we're trying to help soldiers rehabilitate brain injuries, and he's got a forum to do that. We're like, we need to do it together. So that's why we're here.
What was really exciting is when we did a bunch of our tours overseas, a lot of the military bases had like these extra rooms that had like music equipment that was kind of broken but still there. And so when we showed up there, the guys were like, hey, do you want to jam with us? And we're like, heck yeah, man, we'll jam with you guys. We got nothing else to do here. And we would see all this broken equipment and whatnot. And I remember the guys going like this, it's something that we would love to have more of, but no one's here. And that's where the idea comes, that let's actually give these guys music lessons while we're on tour, but when we're not on tour, come home and give them an online music education platform. But tonight you're going to find out something very special that we're going to do, connecting the Warrior Angel Foundation and Operation Rock the Troops, and it's the first thing that's going to happen between you. This is exciting, actually. I'll let it happen later.
Tell us about the Warrior Angels Foundation.
Yeah, it's kind of a complex idea, but it's also very simple in thought. So we bring no-cost traumatic brain injury treatment to service members and veterans who suffered brain injury in the line of duty.
And what's really cool about this is that this is our first show, our first event, and we're going to be donating the money that we raised tonight to Andrew, and this is the first time that both of us have basically done an event together. We already have some more lined up, but it's exciting that the people that are coming out to see our concerts with Operation Rock the Troops and the JC All-Stars, they're now actually going to start going to something that actually matters, and helping these veterans get back to where they need to be and where they deserve to be. So it's really exciting to actually come together.
Yeah, to have a forum to do that, to tap into JC and the All-Stars network and what they're doing, and we're bringing a whole different network to the show, and combining those together and for the right reasons, is what we're doing. And at the end of the day, trying to find a way to put value into somebody else.
So did you see the Operation Rock the Troops movie?
It was really cool to see what they were doing. I got a real feel for what Matt was all about, and it's authentic. And the platform to do that, his message to reach the troops through the music therapy and online music platform is unbelievable. So I think he's got something really special there coming on.
So then it's safe to say that you would recommend this movie to others?
Absolutely. You're going to like it. You can watch it.
So Jay, tell us about how you're connected to Matthew JC and the Operation Rock the Troops.
Yeah. As an air crewman in the United States Navy, I've always had a commitment to helping others and serving my country. And when I met Matthew JC through a mutual friend, we immediately connected. We have the same interest and passion to going out there and helping our troops. And Operation Rock the Troops has given us that platform to bring music, education, and our scholarship to the troops and be able to get out there and bring a little piece of home to them.
What's really exciting about having Jay a part of us is that he was one of the first, active duty, if I could say, that not only wanted to be actively a part of it, but we actually brought him in. He is the first official military advisory board member of Operation Rock the Troops. And to me, what makes that exciting about it is the first thing he says to me, and I thought this was crazy. He's like, listen, I called up a couple people, I got us a plane, we can go overseas next week, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I don't think we can go, but I like your drive.
Did you see the Operation Rock the Troops movie? And if so, what did you think about it?
I thought the movie was fantastic. It was a clear message that sends out to everybody what Matthew is trying to do, and being able to use that medium through the movie and show exactly what they're overseas doing, and to see the excitement from the troops, to see the passion, and bring a piece of home and the music and the entertainment and the education. It's really great, and it really develops a lot of what he's trying to deliver to everyone back home. And I suggest that everybody go out there and watch the movie so they can see a little bit about what we're trying to do here.
And I got two gentlemen here with me right now that I want them to tell a little bit about honor, courage, commitment.
My name is Cliff Sossman. I'm the program manager for the 22 Fellows Initiative.
And I'm Jimmy Mackin. I'm the program manager for 22 Kill.
So our 22, our HCC Honor, Courage, Commitment, what that is it's a program that a nonprofit our founder, Andy Nguyen, started a couple years ago. He was an entrepreneur. He's a Marine, did a tour in Afghanistan. He comes back home and becomes a successful entrepreneur. And he starts thinking, how was I successful? And he had three pillars that really came down to. One is mentorship. He had a mentor who stuck with him and helped push him through and helped guide him. Education. He educated himself. He went through Southern Methodist University, UNT, MIT. And then the other one was community service, finding a way to give back, to have that community aspect that we give back to our community. So with those three pillars, what we find is that anybody, veteran, non-veteran, you can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you're empowered to do. So at HCC, we empower veterans to live their dreams. We empower veterans. Nobody gets a free go. Nobody gets a free pass. So you have to want it. One of the other flagship programs that we have is our 22 Kill initiative. And I'm going to let Jimmy talk about that because that's really his bread and butter.
So 22 Kill is the initiative to honor anyone that served in the military, and it's called 22 Kill because 22 veterans every day are killed by suicide. So it's a huge number, 8,030 a year, according to the VA. Really what we found was without the three core components, like Cliff said, the mentoring, education, community service, veterans fall into a hole and have all sorts of issues related to PTSD, traumatic brain injury, things like that. So we wear these rings right here. It's called the Honor Ring. We wear it on our right hand, trigger finger. It's a silent salute to anyone that served in the military, and we encourage you, when you see somebody wearing that ring, go up and shake that person's hand. Everyone hears the thank you for your service, but it's take it one step beyond that. Go shake that person's hand, find out about them, because if they're wearing the ring, they're either a veteran or they have veterans' backs. So that's what we're about, man.
So one of the really cool things is that HEC and Operation Rock the Troops are going to be partnering up come this fall semester, where myself and some of the team members with the JC All-Stars are going to go out to HEC, and we're going to give video production lessons, if you want to even call that. We're going to give music lessons. We're going to show some of the guys how you can actually use video marketing to your advantage and actually grow your business.
That's huge.
Because as soon as you start your business, you kind of have to make people know about it.
Absolutely.
So we're going to help them connect those dots, and it's through education that we're going to be able to do that and help our veterans get to that next level. This event will mark the first time as the JC All-Stars that we're releasing an all-original album. When we started this mission 10 years ago, the first Operation Rock the Troops album that came out actually featured 36 tracks of different artists all throughout Texas. But over the years, what makes me excited, I guess, is that now Operation Rock the Troops, the CD, is really the JC All-Stars' own music. It's something that we can actually bring to them on stage instead of just playing cover songs like we were doing in the beginning. The songs on our new album, I guess what makes them special is that after 10 years of performing for our troops, the lyrics, the music, the emotion that you hear from our new songs, it's basically our lives and our experiences that happen while we're on the road. And as an artist, that makes you really excited to perform them because actually this is the first show that our full band is going to perform these originals for people. So it's something that's really helping to get us to another level, you could say.
Well, today, right now, Operation Rock the Troops, we're going to be donating all of the money that we raised tonight to the Warrior Angels Foundation, where we're going to help veterans that have TBI. We're going to actually help them with their medical bills through the Carrick Brain Center. So really excited to be here for it. This is our color guard tonight. They're going to start off our show. Kim Danforth is going to come out and sing the national anthem, and then the JC All-Stars rock. So we really appreciate everybody for coming out and watching this stuff. Go to OperationRockTheTroops.org to find out more about how we help our troops through music, music education, and live entertainment. Thank you guys for being here.
My name is Matthew J.C., the founder of Operation Rock the Troops. And about 10 years ago, on this stage, when it used to be another bar called Firewater, we brought our Runway Rock show to Dallas. And since then, we've done 6 world tours to 13 countries, 40 military bases, and over 1,000 shows with the goal of handing out 100,000 CDs to our U.S. troops personally. It's because of you that we get to keep going and give back to our troops. And in that 10 years, we were blessed because we filmed our whole journey, we put it out as a movie, and it was distributed worldwide on Veterans Day this last year. When we were done and we launched our movie, we decided, you know what, after 10 years, we're gonna make this our life journey. And we've now committed, and we're now official, a 501c3 nonprofit company. And our goal is to give back to our U.S. troops, and our mission to give back to our U.S. troops through live entertainment, a music education platform, and an annual music scholarship to veterans that want to pursue their passion in the arts. And on tonight's show, we're giving back to the Warrior Angels Foundation. The Warrior Angels Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit charity, and their mission is to give veterans no-cost support that have TBI, that's traumatic brain injury. We want to take care of these guys that are coming back here and get them back to normal. You got it? But tonight's not about me or the group. It's about the Warrior Angels Foundation, and I want to introduce to you tonight a special person, someone that Operation Rock the Troops is now partnered with. He's also an advisory military board member of Operation Rock the Troops, but he is the founder of Warrior Angels Foundation. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce Special Forces Green Beret officer over here, Andrew Marr.
Thank you to Matt JC and Operation Rock the Troops. Awesome, awesome. I'll tell you, Matt's nothing but authentic, and what they're doing is nothing but real. And I was having a hard time, and my dad gave me some real good advice. He said, son, I don't know, I can't understand everything you've been through, but if you can find a way to make it about somebody else, to put value into somebody else, I think that'll help you. And that's what Operation Rock the Troops is doing. That's what we're doing. Thank you for the opportunity, Matt.
Give it up right here for Andrew Marr. Your money tonight, everything you've done is going right towards that man and his charity to help out those guys at TBI. But right now, I want you to take your hats off and celebrate the fact that we're in the greatest country in the world.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the your time. Believe that I will hold on if I can. Feel your left beat, feel your left beat. No contest, no weakness. We rise, you fall. So confess your regrets. We rise, you fall. We rise, you fall. Too late to realize, no way to decide what's lost and gone again. These wars that you fight, try hard not to hide from what's in front of you. Feel your left beat, feel your left beat. No contest, no weakness. We rise, you fall. So confess your regrets. We rise, you fall. We rise, you fall. We rise, I rise, we rise. So much you have to find, the truth that lies inside. You found it always there. No contest, no weakness. We rise, you fall. So confess your weakness. We rise, you fall. We rise, you fall. We rise, I rise, we rise.
My name is Antonio Grimaldo Jr. Everybody calls me Gremlin. I was a specialist in the United States Army, and I was a military police officer.
Have you seen Operation Rock the Troops?
Yes, I've actually had the pleasure of meeting Matthew JC and the band play before, and I actually got to see the movie premiere with you.
My name is Ken Evenson. I was a petty officer 3rd class in the U.S. Navy.
Did you serve overseas?
Yes, I did. I served 3 years overseas, Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm, and Operation Fiery Vigil, which was a Mount Pinatubo relief, the volcanic eruption in the Philippines.
My name is Laura Fedock. I'm originally from Houston, and my business is Lifestyle by Laura. I truly believe in giving back, and watching the trailer for his movie and actually watching his movie, I just really believe that I really wanted to help everybody feel empowered. Not only the people in the military that have done such a great service for this country, but all the women to feel beautiful on that runway so they can lead with their best self.
Yeah. Is it kind of hectic today? I mean, you're styling 60 different outfits.
It's not been so bad. Everybody's been really friendly and easy to work with, so we've been good so far.
Hey guys, I'm with Will Riggs from Texas Cotton Kings. How are you?
I am doing great. We're having a great time here. This is an awesome event. It is jam-packed out here. So many awesome bands, and the ladies are not hard to look at either.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Present
Hey.
company included.
working with Matthew JC off and on throughout the years, been on a few tours, and I know what it means to actually have live music entertainment to show when you're stationed overseas that there's people other than the people you're with that care. Being a veteran myself, it really fulfilled my heart, knowing that I can bring that piece of home to people who serve overseas.
Hi, I'm with Ali with Esoterica Salon. How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm awesome.
Well, Esoterica Salon, DFW, we've been a part of Operation Rock the Troops since the inception of it. It's about 10 years ago, me and Matt JC met up. He pitched the idea of what he was doing, getting everyone the music, and doing the world tours, and it wasn't until last year when I watched the movie and I was like blown away by it. And it was like, you know, at that time I was 9-10 years already into it. And we, every year we come out and we style the model's hair. It's just one small part of this huge operation, and I'm really glad to be part of it.
What was your favorite part about the movie premiere?
My favorite part was actually having Matthew JC express himself the way he did about the passion he has about just wanting to support the troops themselves. It was amazing to see, and it was good to see that other people were going to finally have an opportunity to see that passion and play out everywhere.
So would you say that you think music is a good therapy for the troops?
Oh my God, yes. Being deployed ourselves, music was one of the things we turned to, and just music is just a gateway to the soul, and what he's doing, trying to bring music to everybody, is just, I mean, it's beyond words. It really is.
What do you think of the ORT mission to give back to our troops through music education?
I think it's fantastic. I actually come from a military family. I was the first person in my family to not serve. My dad served, my grandfather served, all my uncles served, my brother serves today. I have tons of friends who still serve. And music to me is therapy just in my everyday life. I can't imagine how awesome it would be to be coming home from war and the things that you see in war, and be able to use music as a way to soothe the nerves and calm yourself after seeing those kind of things.
We're with Anthony from the All-Stars, slapping the bass. So you've been overseas. You've actually got to play for the troops. How was that?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was great. It was a really cool experience. It was great to be there for the troops, help them out. I love playing music, and we got to see some amazing countries, and we got treated like royalty, so that was great.
What's your most memorable time there?
My most memorable moment with the All-Stars overseas was probably when I almost didn't get to go because my passport was ripped. So they wouldn't let me on the plane, but the whole band went, and I had to go get a passport within 24 hours and then get to Kosovo, which is a third world country, by myself. And I literally showed up 2 hours before the actual show.
So do you have a lot of military that's seen the movie, or guys that come up to you and they're like, hey man, you're that guy that played for us?
When we go to actual military bases, yes, we're actually known, yeah, which is cool. Which is, I dig it.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's a
They're
good
happy,
feeling.
I'm happy, so good time.
That's awesome.
by our side. No, it's here now. The storm begins. The war rages. Everything starts again. No, we can't survive without you by our side. No courage without some pain. We cherish the life you gave. Will you fight for me? Will you raise your hands, make your final stand now? Will you fight for me?
One thing I really liked about the live concert was how the team came together not only on the stage, but also off of the stage. From the designers to the stylist, hair and makeup, band, and all of the military members that came out to tell their stories, it was not a concert that took place only on the stage, but it was also just all around you.
So now that our first charity fundraising event is over, and it was a success, you could say, we learned a lot what not to do again and how to improve as we go forward with these. But we're already gearing up for our next performance, and that's going to be at Shepherd's Air Force Base over the July 4th holiday. And we're going to be bringing 2 days of music education personally straight to the troops, where we sit up in our own room and they just come in and we give them lessons for about 5 hours each day. And we're going to do 2 live shows while we're there. It's going to be a lot of fun.
It was such an honor to meet Andrew Marr, who is a hero in my book, and to get to talk to him about his foundation. But what really excites me is that now we get the chance to work with the Carrick Brain Center in order to start a research study to show the direct impact that music education has as a therapy for veterans suffering from TBI.
Though our mission started over 10 years ago, I guess one of the struggles that we're going to face moving forward, just like any business that's starting, is finding those people that want to help volunteer and be on our mission, finding the people that want to donate, finding sponsors that want to join up. But I guess it's just going to take time, but we're going to just take, one show at a time and keep driving home what our mission is to rock the troops. We have a saying with the JC All-Stars: never doubt me. And it's something that we live by day in and day out, that basically became like the theme of our first single off our new album, and we even shot a music video for it. And with that theory in mind of never doubting me, no one ever thought that we would be able to still be here after 10 years and pushing this mission forward, now becoming a 501c3. But there's nothing instant about success, and we know this. But what makes this worthwhile and why we do this, it's just simply because there doesn't need to be a finish line to give back to those that are protecting our freedoms.